As I rode that one morning fair, bright and early as I strayed, dipping in the merry month of May, as the birds sang in.
Okay, so Cathal, we were chatting there recently about how to start singing and where to start. So we were both saying that you need to start young, and then you'll have time to perfect the big songs. So start on songs that you can get in the likes of the Cultus tape and CD set, bar of a song. That's where I would have started. Go back to the CDs, go back to the, you know, the big good singers, your Rita Gallagher, Rosie Stewart, those type of singers.
Those type of singers, and of course, there's nowadays it's a lot easier than it would have been for the likes of Aoife.
For us,
and
yeah.
When we started to learn songs, I'm sure Aoife can echo this point, we would have had to go and get the singer and find them, and the old cassette tapes.
Cathal had a massive cassette.
Had a big massive one that we used to carry around, you know, I was obsessed. But nowadays it's so easy, I mean, there's online with the internet, so there's access to, you know, as NYAH, Irish Traditional Music Archive, which is all the resources in the world, really, or anything you want. Then there's the Show singing song project as well. There's various resources. I mean, you only have to type in the name of a song now onto Google and it's there, you know. But of course, at the same time, in saying that, it's hard to beat getting out
and hearing the actual song, yes. And
you know.
mudcat.org is really good as well if you're ever at a session and you come away, you've written down just a few notes of the song. If you type in the lyrics there, it'll come up for you usually. And the history of people there that, you know, the likes of John Molden, that'll tell you where the song comes from and the history of it. And then just sing. I think of my own children, you're probably thinking of your child as well, Cathal, just sing for enjoyment. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to keep with it. And sing the basic melody, and then you'd hope with time that you'll get your phrasing, because sometimes we can, you know, be teaching children and they go by the wayside. And it's so important to encourage and to learn the songs now so that you'll have time to perfect them when you get to mine and Cathal's age group. Because you struggle when you get to our age then to find time to learn songs. So really you do the bulk of your learning when you're young, and learn your basic melody, keep it simple, and then with time you learn your ornamentation, your phrasing, your breathing, and it's just for enjoyment. You know, you can talk about all these big things like ornamentation, and some great, fantastic singers don't use ornamentation.
Yeah, it's all interpretation. It's on your own personal interpretation. Irish traditional songs, you know, it's not like classical music or any sort of art form music. It's your own stamp. It's off the people. You know, it's that.
Yeah.
But I think, as Aoife said there, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the number one thing.
You know, it's like a sport. You know, it's like anything. If you don't enjoy it, then you don't take it into adult life or continue throughout your life. You know, I know for us it was certainly something that was part of our childhood.
It really was, and
you know, growing up,
we were saying there was no phone or anything like that, so you met each other maybe once or twice or 3 times a year. And we started with the very simple songs. We started with Do You Love an Apple, Do You Love a Pear, The Month of January, The Home I Left Behind.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, or Oh My Johnny. There's lots of...
you know, when you were running about trying to see what was a good song,
yes.
what would somebody recommend to you, you know.
Yeah.
I know when I was growing up, and you know, it was, you know, you were running after people like Glenn Graham or Rosie Stewart or Roisin White or you know, people like that, and you were just trying to get songs, weren't you, really?
Yeah.
At the time, and it was a looking back at it, my opinion on that was it was just it made it really worthwhile when you actually got the song, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and they might have sent it to you on a tape in the post. How old is this?
Yeah.
You know, and it made you really appreciate it.
And I really appreciated the songs I got locally. So I remember, I suppose my primary school teacher, Nancy Shields, she was the first one that encouraged me to go to FLA, and I went to FLA and I actually had the wrong songs, which many people I know when I adjudicated, so most people now still have the wrong songs. No problem, go back to the drawing board and find, you just need your 2 songs, your 4 songs, whatever it is. And I got in contact then with Philip Clark through Nancy Shields. He put me in contact with Martin Donohoe. Martin let me into his cassette big collection and his CD collection, his book collection, big room. Jerry Donohoe from Kinnelec, God love him, the late Jerry Donohoe, he put all his Trore magazines into a plastic bag and landed them down to my uncle's house. Marion Crowe hand wrote me Loch Shiel Inside, Seamus Fay hand-wrote me The Banks of the Ban. So I think appreciate what's on your doorstep. You don't have to go to a FLA, you don't have to buy massive books. There's so many books now, and I know we're really looking forward to Georgie Hanna. He's a big book coming out.
To emphasise what you said about the local stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was growing up in Tyrone, I came from Omagh. I come from Omagh, and it's West Tyrone, west of the county, and there was such a treasure house of music and song in that area, regional style music and song, you know, when it was all recorded. My mother was wonderful for recording. It was just, it was her life. She loved doing it. So I would have been taken to here, there, and every week. There wasn't a weekend that passed during the course of the 12 months of the year that I wasn't out at something, you know. It was just that's the way of life. But it was all there, the local singers, and you know, a lot of those local singers, and you can probably emphasize, they didn't really travel that far out of the county or out of the locality, you know. And they had these songs that were kind of unusual songs, and they really loved them. And the one thing I do remember about as I used to call them, the Owl Boys, was that they wouldn't give you a song unless they really felt that you were worthy of it.
Yeah.
You know, and at that time I felt I was a child, I didn't understand, but looking at it now, the songs were so important to them.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, you know,
passing on the tradition.
Yeah, handing down the tradition.
Yeah.
And you know, I respect that they felt this was their thing, this was their legacy, you know, and unless you really proved or earned your stripes, they wouldn't give it to you. And I look back on that with great memories of fighting to get songs.
Yeah, to get your big song. Yeah.
You know? And then I remember a singer one time saying to me, "You're not ready for that song."
Yeah, Paddy Tunney would often do that. I remember Paddy Tunney adjudicated us for many years, and I remember there was a competition, and nobody, I don't know, do you remember? I think it was Enniscorthy. Nobody in the competition actually sang the way Paddy wanted them to sing, including ourselves. So he stood up before adjudication and he sang how he wanted people to sing, but we learned more in that 5 minutes of Paddy Tunney singing than we did probably rambling around Ireland for sessions.
I think we were lucky as well, Aoife, to meet the greats.
Yes,
as I would call them, meet and sit at the feet of the greats. Excuse the cliche, you know. We met them, and they were from a different generation, a different era, Ireland, you know, and the songs were so important to them, you know, and we were very fortunate, I think, as a big point I would make here in this talk or conversation here today, you know.
And it's important to remember how generous they were, and for us to continue to be generous.
Extremely generous, you know.
And not to think that you have a song that...
You know, if they wanted you, if they saw that you wanted a song, they were... You know, they would have said there you earned your stripes to get it, but if you were really wanted it and show you were genuine, they'd give it to you, like, you know.
Yeah, great times, Carl.
They were mighty times. They were mighty. Lovely.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be with you for 3 videos, and we're going to learn some traditional songs together. And I'm hoping that I will have some people that are complete beginners and you will find a song that you enjoy. And also maybe I will have some people that are singing for a little while or that are just coming back to singing. And we might go through the likes of ornamentation, phrasing, breathing, anything that is important in traditional singing or singing in general, okay? So it's going to be very informal. We're just going to enjoy getting to know each other and learn a few songs. So I'm going to start today with a song called When Pat Came Over the Hill, and it's also known as The Whistling Thief. And it's a song which I got from the late Seamus Ennis. He would have sang this song, and I really like this song because it's a lively song, and also I like to have a song that's funny because so many of traditional songs can be a little bit serious, and I think that puts off a lot of singers, and also it puts off a lot of musicians asking you up to sing. So it's good to have in your repertoire a few songs that are a little bit shorter, a little bit easier, and something that won't put off your audience. So this song tells a story about a mother, and she's not your Irish mother that sits back in a chair and is on the spinning wheel. She is listening, and outside she can hear noises and she knows that something's going on, and it's actually her daughter and a man called Pat. My father's Pat. A man called Pat, and he is trying to court the daughter, and the daughter has every excuse under the sun, and the mother says, "Get away out of that, I know rightly what's going on, and I was young once as well, so I'll give it a lash." I might look at the words now and again, just to make sure that I'm singing the same thing that you will have at home. I'm going to put all the songs linked to the video so that you'll be able to sing along with me, but there's so many variations of this song. This is a broadside ballad, and it has Scottish and Irish origins, so you can imagine how many variations there are. So you follow along at home with me. When Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Well, I've lived a long time, Mary, in this old house, my dear, but the wind to whistle like that I never yet did hear. But mother, you know the fiddle hangs close beside the sink, but the wind upon the strings is playing a tune, I think, with me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. The dog is barking now, the fiddle can't play the tune now, but mother, you know what they say, dogs bark when they see the moon. But how can he see the moon, girl, when he is old and blind? Blind dogs don't bark at the moon, me girl, no fiddles don't play with the wind. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Well, now I hear a pig uneasy in his mind, but mother, you know what they say, that pigs can see the wind. That's true enough by day, oh, but then you might remark that pigs no more than we can see anything in the dark. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Now, lads, when you go courting, and for your sweetheart's sake, take care not to whistle too loud, in case the old woman might wake. For the days when I was young, oh, forget them I never can. I came to know the difference between a fiddle, a dog, and a man. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Okay. So I hope you're enjoying it at home, and we're going to go through the song now really slowly, okay? So we start off with the first verse, and I always say if you have your first verse learned and your last verse learned, that's, you know, the bulk of it, okay? So the first verse is, when Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door, okay? So on your words at home, I will have underlined the ornamentation, okay? So we're going to put a little ornament on or, fair, shore, whistling, and through. And you'll notice that in lively songs, there's not room for that much ornamentation because we want to aber on our own. We want to say the song. We don't want to let ornamentation take over. And then when it comes to phrasing, there's no need to get bogged down in it. Basically, wherever there's a full stop in a sentence is where we will take a breath. And if you want to extend the line, what I do sometimes is I usually in fast songs sing 2 lines together and then I take a breath, because you don't need to take a breath at every full stop, okay? So I'll go very slowly so that you can sing at home with me. When Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. So we have the great Seamus Fay in Cavan town, so he'll be glad to see a lilt there as well. So we have the phrasing now, so you're singing with me and you have the phrasing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the ornamentation. And in singing in general, you have a cut, which if you think of a sheep going ba, it's just that little note there, ba. That's all it is. It's as simple as that. You have your main note and you go up one and then you go back to the note. Usually going up. Some singers might go singing on the note, go down one, and then back up to the note. And usually in fast songs, we will do cuts. And in slow songs, we will do ornaments. And they're rolls, and that's where you sing the note, you go up to a higher note, back to the original note, down to a lower note, and back to the original note again. All sounds so complicated, you just need to listen to it and it'll come in on you and you don't even need to think about what you're doing, okay? So now we're going to do the first verse again and we're going to put in the cuts and we are going to practice the phrasing, so we're only taking a breath on a full stop, or I'm going to push you a little bit and hopefully you'll be able to extend the line and, you know, make the use of your breathing. So take a good deep breath from your diaphragm. Don't want your shoulders to go up. Hold in your stomach. So it's just like a balloon. You want to let out a little bit of air bit by bit. You don't want to let it all out. And that way you'll be able to extend the line and you won't need to take as many breaths and you won't interrupt the flow of the song. So we will go through the first verse again, and this time we're going to put everything together. And this is the hard work done then. When Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door. With me fa-diddle-idle-da, me fa-diddle-idle-day, with me fa-diddle-idle-dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle-day. So we'll go through that once more because this is the learning, okay? Once you have this verse learned, you have your whole song learned, okay? So we'll go again and listen to the ornaments again and sing them along with me and try and extend the line the way I'm extending it, okay? 1, 2, 3. When Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door. With me fa-diddle-idle-da, me fa-diddle-idle-day, with me fa-diddle-idle-dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle-day. Well done. So, all the verses will be the exact same now, so we're going to skip all the way until the last verse, okay? So this one talks about the courting. So Mammy is saying that she's done the exact same thing as her daughter has done before her and basically not to take advantage of her. So we'll do the last verse and then we'll slow down the lilt because you need as important a start as you do a finish, okay? So now lads, when you go courting, so we'll start on this verse here now. 1, 2, 3. Now, lads, when you go courting, and for your sweetheart's sake, take care not to whistle too loud, in case the old woman might wake. For the days when I was young, oh, forget them I never can. I came to learn the difference between a fiddle, a dog, and a man. With me fa-diddle-idle-da, me fa-diddle-idle-day, with me fa-diddle-idle-dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle-day. So for that last verse there, we're going to extend it. For the days when I was young, oh, forget them I never can. And hold on to that can. Traditional singing is free flow. So basically there's no beat, there's no rhythm that we're trying to keep up with. You set it, okay? You set the rhythm, you set the beat yourself, so it's free flow. So we're going to hold on to can, and then we're just going to go into the lilt, okay? And then we're going to finish up and we're just going to sing it once more together. And you can go back on this video and you can learn it in your own time. We've went through it very quickly today, but really you have learned anything that you can possibly need to learn today just in this one session, okay? So we're going to just do the last verse and then we will go and start from the top, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Now, lads, when you go courting, and for your sweetheart's sake, take care not to whistle too loud, in case the old woman might wake. For the days when I was young, oh, forget them I never can. I came to learn the difference between a fiddle, a dog, and a man. With me fa-diddle-idle-da, me fa-diddle-idle-day, with me fa-diddle-idle-dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle-day. Okay, so I'm going to take a little drink and we're going to go from the top and we're going to sing it just once more. And I hope you're all enjoying it at home. And I hope this is a song that you'll sing. 1, 2, 3. When Pat came o'er the hill, his colleen fair to see, a whistling low but shrill, his signal sure to be. Oh Mary, listen now, there is somebody whistling sure. Oh mother, it is the wind, you know, that's whistling through the door. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Well, I've lived a long time, Mary, in this old house, my dear, but the wind to whistle like that I never yet did hear. But mother, you know, the fiddle hangs close beside the sink, and the wind upon the strings is playing a tune, I think, with me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. The dog is barking now, the fiddle can't play the tune, but mother, you know what they say, dogs bark when they see the moon. But how can he see the moon, girl, when he is old and blind? Blind dogs don't bark the moon, me girl, nor fiddles don't play with the wind. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Well, now I hear the pig uneasy in his mind, but mother, you know what they say, that pigs can see the wind. That's true enough by day, oh, but then you might remark that pigs no more than we can see anything in the dark. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Well, I'm not such a fool as you think, sure I know very well it is Pat. I go home, you whistling thief, and do get away out of that. And you get into your bed and don't play upon me with your jeers. For although I've lost me sight, me girl, I haven't lost me ears. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Now, lads, when you go courting, and for your sweetheart's sake, take care not to whistle too loud, in case the old woman might wake. For the days when I was young, oh, forget them I never can. I came to know the difference between a fiddle, a dog, and a man. With me fa-diddle-idle da, me fa-diddle-idle day, with me fa-diddle-idle dal-dee-dal, me fa-diddle-idle day. Join me for the next video. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, my name is Aoife Murray and I live just a little bit outside Cavan town. I'm here in the beautiful backyard today and we're going to have lots of fun learning a couple of songs over the next few days or weeks. Okay, so this song that we're going to learn today is called The Loss of the Evelyn Marie, and I wanted to include a few songs in these masterclasses that some people hopefully won't have. So the songs that I'm picking today are songs that really I haven't heard in a long time, so I'm hoping that you haven't heard them either. So this song I got from the lovely Aileen O'Connor, who I got to know through Martin Donohoe, and she's a beautiful, beautiful singer from Roscommon. And I wanted to include a song like this today, a historical song, because it's so important that traditional singing is the living tradition. We are passing it on, and things that happen today or tomorrow, hopefully there will be songs about them in the future as well. So this tells a beautiful story about a 1-year-old trawler who didn't make it home. It sank just before it got to Killybegs. It happened in 1975, and it's particularly sad because they lost 6 skippers and they ranged in ages from 20 to 33. And one of the men didn't go on honeymoon. He went out on this voyage and didn't make it back, and his wife had a baby a few weeks, months later. So it's just a beautiful song and it's simple. So I'm going to sing it now, normally, and then we will break it down, okay? And I have quite a high voice, so I'm going to try and sing it a little bit lower for you here today. It's mournful to tell you a story so sad. It's about a new trawler and the equipment it had. 'Twas fit fitted with radar and lifeboats for sea. 'Twas blessed for the ocean, the Evelyn Murray. With 6 gallant fishermen, they were men of the sea. All qualified skippers, their nets to cast free. They fished the wide ocean at every degree. On that beautiful trawler, the Evelyn Murray. They guided that trawler for 1 year and some days. But till fate befell them and made the freak wave a call to their comrades, Mayday at the sea. Assist us this moment, the Evelyn Murray. Assistance now coming, Summer Star and her crew. With God's help we'll make it, the trawler is new. But disaster had struck and they just saw her stern as she sank by the rocks there near Rathlen O'Byrne. So come all ye good people, I will ask one and all. Say a prayer for the fishermen around Donegal. Think of the 6 skippers who were lost out at sea. On that beautiful trawler, the Evelyn Murray. So you can hear there that it's a beautiful song. And when I'm learning a song, I have to have good words. I don't mind so much about the air because I think we can vary the air and we can put in little ornaments and we can make it sound as good as we can. But it's really, again, we go back to Abra on Aaron, say the song, the words are what is important, okay? And in traditional singing, actually, it's not about the voice. If you are entering a flat, it's all about the style, it's all about the song. So sometimes you might think, oh my God, how did that person win? But they must have the style, they have put the work in, and they've learned the style of people that have gone before them. So in this song here, we're going to go slowly, and again, we're going to learn the first verse, we're going to go to the last verse, and then we're going to sing the whole song through. This is a slow song, so more than likely most of the ornaments are going to be rolls. So again, you're going to your natural note, up 1 note, back to your note, down 1 note, and then back up again. But I'm only saying that if you're a musician and it might help you. If you're a singer, you don't need to know that. You just listen and it will all just come naturally to you. Okay, now in this song, it's quite slow. So if you are beginning, you will take a breath where there's a comma. And then you will take another breath where there's a full stop. Because we are beginning, we want to encourage you, we don't want to put you off traditional singing by talking about these big long phrases. You'll get the phrases in time. So we'll break the line for today, and then when you are singing it for a little while, you'll be able to extend the line and just take a breath at the beginning and the end of the line, okay? So on your music at home, which I've attached, you'll be able to see the ornaments. So there's roughly 2-3 ornaments in every line. So we have tell, so, about, and, fitted, and, ocean, and the Murray. Okay? But again, don't overthink it. Today what we want to get is the melody. okay? So I'm going to put in the phrasing and I'm going to put in the ornamentation. We're going to do it together, but we're going to do it slowly, okay? It's mournful to tell you a story so sad. And I'll take it down a little bit because I'm just realising I'm high, you mightn't be able to get that at home, okay? It's mournful to tell you a story so sad. It's about a neutraler and the equipment it had. 'Twas fitted with radar and lifeboats for sea. 'Twas blessed for the ocean, the Evelyn Murray. So there you have your phrasing and your ornaments. We're going to go through that once more. It's mournful to tell you a story so sad. It's about a neutraler and the equipment it had. 'Twas fitted with radar and lifeboats for sea. 'Twas blessed for the ocean, the Evelyn Murray. And today, if you just get the ornaments on the Evelyn Murray, because it's in every verse. The Evelyn Murray. So we'll go that again. The Evelyn Murray. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to go to the last verse and we're just going to slow down on the last line, okay? I hope you're all keeping up with me. So come all ye good people, I will ask one and all. Say a prayer for the fishermen around Donegal. Think of the 6 skippers who were lost out at sea on that beautiful trawler, the Evelyn Murray. Okay, now we're going to sing the whole song from the top to the bottom, and we're just going to put a little bit of expression into the song, and it's easy to put expression into the song. You just listen to the words and just do it wherever it feels natural. So today we're just going to do it on struck, but disaster had struck. So on that word struck, we're going to pop out that word and just be able to bring the emotion that those men must have been feeling into the song, okay? So we're going to sing the whole song from start to finish. 1, 2, 3. It's mournful to tell you a story so sad. It's about a neutraler and the equipment it had. 'Twas fitted with radar and lifeboats for sea. 'Twas blessed for the ocean, the Evelyn Murray. With 6 gallant fishermen, they were men of the sea. All qualified skippers, their nets to cast free. They fished the wide ocean at every degree on that beautiful trawler, the Evelyn Murray. They guided the trawler for 1 year and some days, but till fate befell them and made the freak wave a call to their comrades, Mayday at the sea. Assist us this moment, the Evelyn Murray. Assistance now coming, Summer Star and her crew. With God's help we'll make it, the trawler is new. But disaster had struck and they just saw her stern as she sank by the rocks there near Rathlen O'Byrne. So come all ye good people, I will ask one and all. Say a prayer for the fishermen around Donegal. Think of the 6 skippers who were lost out at sea on that beautiful trawler, the Evelyn Murray. So go away, do your homework and join me for the next video where we will learn our last song. Bye for now. Hello everyone, so it's Aoife Murray here again from Cavan Town, and I'm hoping you have learned 2 songs already. We have done When Pat Came Over the Hill, we have done The Loss of the Evelyn Murray, and today we are going to do My Charming Buachail Roe. So it is a song that I learned from the singing of Bridget Tunney, Paddy Tunney's mother, and Paddy actually has a version of this song as well. It's easily found online, and it's called My Charming Buachail Roe, the red-haired boy, but it's actually Rua, R-U-A for red, but we say Roe just for internal rhyming. So I'm going to sing the song as I would do normally, and then we're going to break it down and we will talk about ornamentation, phrasing, anything else that you might want to know about the song. I picked this song because I like to pick songs that have something in them that make me want to learn them. So I loved the verse. It has a little bird motif that you find in many traditional songs, especially Napoleonic songs. Frank Hart used to have a lot of songs that had the bird motif in them. And this verse, when the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, with a cry of desolation that bewails my Buachail Roe. So it talks about this woman who is pining after her young love who has gone away to fight in the war, and she talks about how brave he was, how he fought for his country, and how she now is just heartbroken. Okay, so I'm going to sing it. It's important with this song to find a key that suits you because it has quite a high range. So pick your high note and your low note in the song, and then if you can reach them, that's your key, okay? So take your time finding your own key at home once you have learnt this song. Don't be in a rush. Come all ye loyal heroes and listen unto me, till I sing you a verse or two of my love's destiny, of a boy I love so dearly, from my arms was forced to go. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buachail Roe. He was a youth undaunted, his age being 23, and for to search this nation round his equal you ne'er would see, with 2 black eyes and rosy cheeks and skin as white as snow. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal roe. Yes, he was a youth undaunted, of courage and noble blood, and for the cause of Ireland on the battlefield he stood. He never once retreated, though his wounds were deep and sore. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal roe. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, with a cry of desolation that bewails my buccal roe. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal roe. Loch Erin is now clouded by a heavy mist of rain, and so is Enniskillen, where my true love does remain. I'll build my true love's castle on the banks of Loch Erin shore, and I'll plant the woods with laurels for my charming buccal roe. So this song has a beautiful melody, beautiful words, lovely and poetic, and it's a song that can really challenge you too. You can extend the phrasing, you can add in extra ornaments so that you can carry yourself on to the next line. So we'll try all of that as we go through the song. So I'm going to start with the first verse like I did in the other songs, and we're just going to go slowly, we're going to relax into it, and the main thing is that you enjoy it at home, okay? 1, 2, 3. Come all ye loyal heroes and listen unto me, till I sing you a verse or two of my love's destiny, of a lad I love so dearly, from my arms was forced to go. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal roe. So that's the phrasing at its most basic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to extend the phrasing like you would if you were singing for a couple of years, just to take a breath at the end of the line where a full stop would be. And we're also going to put in a few little ornaments, a few little rolls and cuts. So you can see on the words that are attached to this video where the ornaments go. And they are on loyal, heroes, listen, verse, dearly, loved, he's, buccal. Okay? You could fit an ornament if you wanted on charming, but we're choosing not to because it would take away from the story. So we very much want to just put it in where it is natural and not force it in, okay? So this time I'm going to extend the phrasing and I'm going to put in the ornaments slowly so you can follow me at home. Don't worry if you're only starting out and you're not at this stage for ornaments yet, it'll come, okay? 1, 2, 3. Come all ye loyal heroes and listen unto me, till I sing you a verse or two of my love's destiny, of a lad I love so dearly, from my arms was forced to go. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal roe. So you hear there I was able to put in charming, a little ornament there, but it had to be so quick. So that's just to show you if you wanted to put it in, you really, really need to be as quick as that, okay? So we're going to continue the song. It's quite easy, so we're just going to go the whole way through it, and when we get to the end, we're going to slow it down and have a nice ending. Okay, so we'll go to the second verse now. He was a youth undaunted. 1, 2, 3. He was a youth undaunted, his age being 23, and for to search this nation round his equal ne'er you'd see, with 2 bright eyes and rosy cheeks and skin as white as snow. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. And we'll keep going. He was a youth undaunted, of courage and noble blood, and for the cause of Ireland on the battlefield he stood. He never once retreated, though his wounds were deep and sore. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, with a cry of desolation that bewails my Buccal Roe. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. Loch Erin is now clouded by a heavy mist of rain, and so is Enniskillen, where my true love does remain. I'll build my true love's castle on the banks of Loch Erin shore, and I'll plant the woods with laurels for my charming Buccal Roe. So that's the song. It's not a difficult song, but it is an unusual song, and it lends itself to a nice ending. So we're going to slow down. Remember, traditional songs are free flow, and you can choose how to sing the song yourself. Usually we turn the song as people would have done in the years of old, and it is up to you if you want to stall it for a little bit and then pick it up again, okay? So on the last line we're going to say, and I'll plant the woods with laurels for my charming Buccal Roe. Just up at the end of Buccal. So that's a variation. That's something that we've been building up to in these last few lessons. We've talked about phrasing, breathing, taking in a big breath, holding in your stomach, letting it out gradually. We've talked about ornamentation, your rolls and your cuts, and now we're talking about variation. We haven't done a lot of this week, or whenever you're listening to this video here, because it's something that comes with time, and really you wouldn't vary a song until you know it inside out and you're doing justice to the song, okay? It still has to reflect the singers that have come before it. So this song here, we're just going to extend it, slow it down, and add the little high note on Buccal Roe. Okay, so we're going to sing it the way you would now in a session, the way you would in a fla. It's a good fla song, it's a great fla song. And we're going to sing it from the top to the bottom, and then you can go away and have lots of practice yourself. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Come all ye loyal heroes and listen unto me, till I sing you a verse or two of my love's destiny, of a lad I love so dearly, from my arms was forced to go. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. He was a youth undaunted, his age being 23, and for to search this nation round his equal ne'er you'd see, with 2 black eyes and rosy cheeks and skin as white as snow. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. Well, he was a youth undaunted, of courage and noble blood, and for the cause of Ireland on the battlefield he stood. He never once retreated, though his wounds were deep and sore. Oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming Buccal Roe. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, with a cry of desolation that bewails my buccal row. When the gentle thrush forsakes the bush and the blackbird hovers low, oh, I own I loved him dearly, he's my charming buccal row. Loch Erin is now clouded by a heavy mist of rain, and so is Enniskillen where my true love does remain. I'll build my true love's castle on the banks of Loch Erin shore, and I'll plant the woods with laurels for my charming buccal row. Thanks very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the few songs that you've learned from me. Go over and look at Cathal Lynch's videos as well. He has 3 other songs up for you to learn, 3 lovely songs as well. These are all great fleadh songs if you're looking to start the fleadh. If you're looking just to sing and sing for the fun of it, which is what I would advise, it's great to do the fleadh. I did the fleadh. It's where I started out. I tutor, I adjudicate, but at the most important thing for me is that you sing, and you sing for enjoyment, okay? Because if you sing for enjoyment, you won't stop and you will keep going, okay? Traditional singing, some people make it sound like it is a very serious, big thing that you need to start. It's not. It's about being able to carry a tune. It's about picking a song that you like and just performing it in your own way because you enjoy it, okay? If you need anything more, any more help, you can email me on aoifemurraymusic@gmail.com because I would be only too happy to help. So aoifemurraymusic@gmail.com. Let's spread the tradition and keep it passing from one person to another. Slán for now.
Hello everyone, my name is Cathal Lynch. I'm from Omagh, County Tyrone, Ireland, and I'm going to teach a few songs here, Irish traditional songs. The first song that I would like to start teaching here today is a song called Free and Easy to Jog Along. This is an Ulster song, and it's a song that I learned from the singing of Cathal McConnell, a singer from Fermanagh who's lived most of his life in Edinburgh in Scotland. And it's a great sort of jaunty song, and it's great for singing sessions or fleadhs or festivals or whatever the case may be. So what I'm going to start off by just singing 2 or 3 verses to get the gist of the song, to get the air of the song, and to sort of see if you like it. Because one thing I've learned in traditional singing in the last, I suppose when I started at this stage maybe 20, 25 years ago, is if you don't like the song and you don't like the tune of the song or the story or the words, then you just won't learn it. And if you are forced to learn it, you won't continue singing it. And traditional singing is all about enjoyment. It's about the fun, and it's about the crack and all the elements. So I'll just sing a few verses of this, Free and Easy to Jog Along. Do you get the gist of the song here now? It's of my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. Oh, the first place I rambled was to Derry Quay, just a few miles distant from Ballybofey. They sat me down for to sing a song, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, the next place I rambled was to Glasgow Green, where lads and lassies were to be seen. But I was the blithest of all the throng, for I was free and easy for to jog along. So that's the tune of it, okay, and the air of it. Call it what you like. So I'll just to teach traditional singing. It's It's an art in its own. So the way I teach is different from someone else, but the way I teach is I take each verse of the song, and there is a number of elements in the song. One of the biggest elements of traditional singing is your breathing. If you can get your breathing right, you're 50% of the way there. If you can't get your breathing right, it doesn't work. I have saw singers who are average singers, if I may call them that, and they have fantastic breathing and fantastic confidence, but the problem is when you're nervous, your breathing is affected, and that goes for anything in life. So therefore, you can't get the high notes, you can't keep the breathing going. So breathing is very important. There's other elements for traditional singing which I'll go into in a moment, but the first point I want to emphasize is the breathing. So first thing, you take a breath at the beginning of each line. Now it doesn't have to be strictly that, but generally that helps, I've always found. So, it's of my rambles I now will sing. Like any small... I'm going to sing this slow to get the gist of it. Okay, it's not a slow song, but I've started slow to get the element of it. It's of my rambles I now will sing. Like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. You know, so it's that kind of jaunty, you know, along the road sort of song, you know. So now it's not. There's another element in traditional singing called ornamentation. This song doesn't involve much ornamentation. In simple terms, the word ornamentation is, in musical terms, it's known as, I think, as grace notes. Okay, so it's the way I would describe it is if you have a painting in the wall, you could have a painting with the sun, the trees, and the grass. Whereas if you decorate it and make it fancy, that is the same as, that's ornamentation in a song. It's making the song sound a bit more flowery, artistic, and fancy, you know. Now, you don't want to overdo that, but it does help. Now, I think ornamentation comes naturally, but it's sort of, for example, I'll sing, this song doesn't involve very much ornamentation, so I'll sing the song without ornamentation, and then I'll sing it with ornamentation, okay? This is without ornamentation. It's of my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. Now, it sounds okay, but it sounds a bit not that wow or flowery or whatever. So this is with ornamentation. Now, there's not much difference, but there's a slight difference. It's of my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. You know what I mean? Okay? So, I hope you're liking this song at the moment. It's a lovely tune. So I'll just go on to the second verse. I don't want to, just to give you sort of a gist of the song. So if you get the first 2 or 3 verses, the rest follow. This song, it has 6 verses in total. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 verses in total. Okay. So, but it's quite a short song because it's jaunty, you know. So here we go. It's off. I'll still keep it doing it slowly here, okay, so you still get the momentum of it going. Practice, as they say, makes perfect, okay? It's off my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing, when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. Okay, so Just to look at the words that we can ornament here now, I suppose, is the next part of this. So if we take the first verse again. Okay, so it's off. If you want to take note of this, okay, underline or whatever you want to do. The words that I would recommend that you ornament, okay? Now this is not strictly in uniform, or you don't have to be precise, but if you do this, this is the way I would sing it, okay? Now traditional singing is not like classical music or art music or any type of music like that. It's singing that it's folk singing, it's of the people, so it's your interpretation of the song, okay? This is a great song, it's a great song if you want to enter a competition or a FLA or whatever. It's a great song for that type of thing, okay? So I would, for anybody looking or listening or watching this today or this evening or wherever you are in the world, this is a song that I would recommend, okay? But it's still a great song, okay? So this is the bits I would ornament here. It's off my rambles, so the word rambles, okay? I now will sing like any small bird or thrush on the wing. The word on, okay? When the sun arose, the word arose, for to bless the land. The word the. Now, if you notice there, anybody listening very carefully, that I would have, after the third line, I went straight into the fourth line. Okay? Now, that's comes with practicing and singing the song over a number of years. So don't be worried if you can't do that. It sort of adds a bit of effect. It's like playing a tune in the accordion or the flute or the fiddle or the pipes. You know, once you play the tune so many times, you find yourself doing things with it that you never thought you were going to do. So practice makes perfect. Sing, and more singing is the way to do it, you know. So when the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. Okay, so we'll take the second verse, okay? The first place I rambled was to Derry Quay. Okay, the word rambled, I would ornament it, okay? Just a few miles distant from Ballybofey. Distant, the word distant, okay, I would ornament it. They sat me down for to sing a song. The word sing, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Okay, we'll take the third verse, okay, now. Well, the next place I rambled was to Glasgow Green. Okay, the word rambled. Where lads and lassies were to me sing. The word lassies, okay, if you ornament it. But I was the blithest of all the throng. The blithest, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Okay, so you've kind of got the gist of it there. It's a 7-verse song, as I say. We've looked at the 3 verses. Okay, the other elements I would suggest here, and this the other 2 songs that I will teach here today, all these elements of ornamentation. The other big thing is breathing, I mentioned. The other thing is phrasing. Phrasing is a big element in singing. Okay, so you want to, if you need to take a breath in the line of a song, you that's the way it is. You need to take a breath if you're nervous or whatever, if you're breathing trouble or asthmatic or whatever the case is. But you don't want to break the continuity, the flow of the song. Okay, you want to sort of let it flow and let it let the listener like it. Okay, so phrasing is a big issue. Okay, so what I mean by that, an example of that is, if we take the first verse again, okay, the phrasing here, phrasing is very open-ended sort of thing. It's difficult to say how to phrase a song, I think phrasing is something that comes with practice in your own individual self. Okay, this is the way I would phrase it, It's off my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing. When the sun arose
arose for to bless the land. I was free and easy for to jog along. Now, there's a lot of people wouldn't continue from the third line into the fourth. That's just the way I sing it. That's my interpretation of it, okay? So we'll just kind of wrap up the song. I'll just sing do you want me to sing the whole song? I might as well sing the whole song so you have a gist of it. So if anybody wants to record this, now's the time to do it, okay? So you get the full song, the full words, okay? Just going to take a drink of water, or as they say, a scéalaga ishka. Don't worry, it's only water now. So, right, the song Free and Easy to Jog Along. It's off my rambles I now will sing, like any small bird or thrush on the wing. When the sun arose for to bless the land, I was free and easy for to jog along. The first place I rambled was to Derry Quay, just a few miles distant from Ballybuffet. They sat me down for to sing a song, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, the next place I rambled was to Glasgow Green, where lads and lassies were to be seen. But I was the blithest of all the throng, for I was free and easy for to jog along. Well, I had not gone but a very short space, when a nice wee girl, she smiled in my face. She asked of me, was I a married man? No, I'm free and easy for to jog along. Well, I took this wee girl into an inn. There we drank brandy, strong ale and gin. She asked of me, would I pledge heart and hand, and give o'er free and easy for to jog along. Oh, no, pretty fair maid, such things can't be, for I am bound for to cross the sea. When a man gets married, sure his race is run. He's no more free and easy for to jog along. Look at yonder stream, how it gently glides. It can go no farther than it's allowed. It can go no farther than it gets command. But me, I'm free and easy for to jog along. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Cathal Lynch. I'm from Omagh, County Tyrone, Ireland, and I am going to teach a song here called Woolly Rambler. Woolly Rambler is a song associated with Ulster. It's a County Fermanagh song. It's a song that I learned from another Ulster singing friend of mine called Gaby McGardle from Enniskillen. And it's a song of love, which is a song or a theme or a topic that runs through a lot of traditional songs or folk songs or whatever. So this is the song Woolly Rambler. So I'm going to just sing a couple of verses of it here now, okay, just to sort of you get the gist of the song. As I say, the air and the tune and the phrasing is very important. If you don't like that, it's something that you won't continue to learn the song. So I'll just give you just a couple of verses of it here now so you get the gist of the song, okay? Woolly Rambler. When I was young and in my prime, at the age of 24, I left Loch Erin's lovely banks, to England I sailed o'er. 'Twas ere I met a maiden fair, of honour and renown. And of her I did ask the way to famous London town. Young man, are you a stranger? Were you ever here before? Come tell to me from where you came unto this country o'er. I said I am an Irish lad that lately has sailed o'er, and they call me Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin shore. Okay, so it's a lovely tune once again. It's a song. You know, a lot of people ask me what attracts me to learn a traditional song. The thing that attracts me to learn a traditional song is well, when I was younger, it was the tune or the air of the song. You know, if I didn't like the tune or the air, I didn't learn it. But I think the words are equally important, the subject or the theme of the song as well, you know. So I don't think one is more important than the other. I think you need the balance. You need the nice tune, the nice air, but you also need, you know, the nice words. So I'm just going to take the first verse. I'm going to sing it really slowly, okay, so you get the gist of it, okay? So here we go. When I was young and in my prime, at the age of 24, I left Loch Erin's lovely banks, to England I sailed o'er. 'Twas there I met a maiden fair, of honour and renown, and of her I did ask the way to famous London town. Okay, so we'll try that again. We'll try that now with adding a bit more. It's not a slow song, this, okay? Nor is it really a fast song. It's a sort of an in-between song, okay? It's a beautiful song. It's one of the big songs of Ulster. It's one that a lot of people have sang over the years and recorded. Gabriel McGardle being the source of the song, which would be the main source, Gaby being from Enniskillen, as I said earlier. So this song is one that a lot of people have taken. They've used also in competitions and sang them as well. It's very well received by people who would adjudicate you and stuff at FLAS and that type of thing. Okay, so I'll try it again here with just a bit more ornamentation. Once again, breathing, and more breathing. Always remember the breathing. Breathing is absolutely essential. As you can see me there, do you ever notice when I'm singing? You know, you do it, now you don't do it like that, but don't do it so obvious, but try and do it as best you can. Okay, so let's do it again with a bit more sort of flower to it, okay? And we'll just, as I call it, dissect the song. We're sort of taking the song and we're dissecting it. When I was young and in my prime, at the age of 24, I left Loch Erin's lovely banks, to England I sailed o'er. 'Twas there I met a maiden fair, of honour and renown, and of her I did ask the way to famous London town. Okay, we'll try the second verse, okay? Young man, are you a stranger? Were you ever here before? Come tell to me from where you came unto this country o'er. I said I am an Irish lad that lately has sailed o'er, and they call me Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin shore. Okay, I'm just going to continue with this song here, the rest of it, because there's a last couple of lines in the song which are slightly a different tune, okay, or air. But we'll just look at it again, okay? So I'm going to try the second verse now as well. I'm just going to stay with the second verse for a moment, okay, and take it and sort of dissect it. Now, we'll go to the first verse and we'll look at the ornamentation bits and the phrasing first, okay? Because once you get the gist, when I'm teaching a traditional song, once you get the gist of the song, the first three verses, right, what sort of is needed, phrasing, ornamentation, that type of thing, then you can actually sing the rest of the song your own way, or you get what's going on with the song, okay? So we'll just take the first verse for ornamentation purposes, okay? When I was young and in my prime, okay, the word prime, you would ornament that, at the age of 24, say the word off and 20, okay? I left Loch Erin's lovely banks. So Erin's lovely banks. Okay, there's a lot more ornamentation. This song would involve a little bit more ornamentation than some other songs. To England I sailed o'er. The word sailed, ornamented. Okay. 'Twas ere I met a maiden fair. Met. Of honour and renown, the word renown, and of her I did ask the way to famous London town. The word famous, okay. So, by the way, just for the record, this is my advice of word ornament, okay? You may have a different slant on it, any of you watching here today. Just this is what I advise. This is what Cathal Lynch, as a person who's teaching here today, would advise. Okay, so this is not rigid. It's not uniform. As I say, this is traditional singing or folk singing. You do it. It's your interpretation. I can only merely advise here. Okay, so we'll go on to the third verse now. Okay. If you be Willie Rambler, this charming maid did say, what would you take for to consent, and with me sail away? 1,500 pounds a year, I'd give you this and more, and I'd crown you Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin shore. Okay, so I'm just going to take that, just going to take the second and third verse now, okay, and we just kind of dissect those for a moment, okay? So, look for the ornamentation bits here, right? So the second verse, first of all. Young man, are you a stranger? Were you ever here before? The word where, ever, okay, I think would be good for ornamentation, okay? Come tell to me from where you came, the word you, unto this country o'er. I said I am an Irish lad that lately has sailed o'er, the word sailed, and they call me Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin shore. Okay, splendid tune, isn't it? Beautiful melody, you know, it just gets me every time I sing it. So what I'm going to do now is, by the way, there's a little. I'm just going to sing the whole song here now because, as I say, the last two lines of the song, there is a slightly different tune to it, okay? So it's a lovely little song, highly advisable to learn, okay, if you're looking for a good Ulster traditional song. And there's plenty of recordings of it available online to avail of as well. So I'll sing the whole song now, so if you want to get your phones ready to record, feel free. So, Willie Rambler. When I was young and in my prime, at the age of 24, I left Loch Erin's lovely banks, to England I sailed o'er. 'Twas ere I met a maiden fair, of honour and renown, and of her I did ask the way to famous London town. Young man, are you a stranger? Were you ever here before? Come tell to me from where you came unto this country o'er. I said I am an Irish lad that lately has sailed o'er, and they call me Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin's shore. If you be Willie Rambler, this charming maid did say, what would you take for to consent and with me sail away? 1,500 pounds a year, I'd give you this and more, and I'd crown you Willie Rambler from sweet Loch Erin's shore. Were you ever on Loch Erin's banks on a lovely summer's day, where the blackbird and thrush in every bush, they sing their notes so gay, and the fame of Ballyshannon town by far exceeds them all? In June, July, and August, where the salmon leaps the fall. From Green Clyhore to Ely Lodge, that spot of high renown, where the wee birds sing their chorus round you, lovely Castle town. Okay, so the last two lines there, did you see the change? Okay, so we'll do that just for one last time. From Green Clyhore to Ely Lodge, that spot of high renown, where the wee birds sing their chorus round you, lovely Castle town. Okay.
Hello, my name is Hannah O'Reilly. I'm from Mullahorn in County Cavan, and I've been singing traditional songs for 6 years now, and today I'm going to be singing the Boys' Barn Shroja that I got from Cathal Lynch. Oh, the town, it climbs the mountains and looks down to the sea. I'd sleep in time or in waking time, it's there I long to be, to walk again those kindly streets, the place where life began with the boys of Barna Shroja, who hunted for the rand. With cudgels stout we roamed about to hunt for Gaedroline. We searched for birds in every furze, from Litter to Duneen. We danced for joy beneath the sky. Life held no print nor plan with the boys of Barna Shroja, who hunted for the rand. And when the hills were bleeding and the rifles were aflame, to the rebel homes of Kerry, oh, the Saxon strangers came. But the men who dared the Auxies and who fought the Black and Tans were the boys of Barna Shroja, who hunted for the rand. So here's a toast to them tonight, those lads who laughed with me by the groves of Carnham River, or the slopes Banshee, John Dolly and Batandy, and the Sheehans Con and Dan, and the boys of Barnashroja, who hunted for the run. But now they toil on foreign soil, where they have made their way. Deep in the heart of London town, or over on Broadway, and I am left to sing their deeds and praise them while I can, those boys of Barnashroja, who hunted for the run. And when the wheel of life runs down and peace comes over me, just take me back to that old town between the hills and sea. I'll take my rest in those green fields, the place where life began, where the boys of Barnashroja went hunting for the run.
Hello, my name is Demi Weng and I'm from Cavan. Hello, my name is Sinead Ampiah and I'm from Cavan.
Hi, my name is Cathal Lynch and I'm from Cavan.
And we will be singing Blackwater Side. It's still a new song, so we have to read it off the paper. 3, 2, 1. As I rode at one morning fair, bright and early as I strayed, dipping in the merry month of May, as the birds sang in each glade. The sun it shone so merrily and billowing with pride, where primroses and daisies grow down by Blackwater side. I'd scarcely gone but half a mile when there by chance I spied two lovers talking as they walked down by Blackwater side. And as he held her in his arms, to her these words did say, oh, when I am in America, I'll be true to my Irish maid. Oh, when you are in America, those Yankee girls you'll find, and you have sweethearts of your own, more pleasing to your mind. Oh, do not forget the promises or the vows you make to me. Oh, stay at home, love, do not roam from your bonny Irish maid. 'Tis many's a foolish youth, she said, has gone to some foreign shore, leaving behind his own true love, perhaps to ne'er see more. It's in crossing the Atlantic foam, sometimes their graves are made. Oh, stay at home, love, do not roam from your bonny Irish maid. These two young hearts together so fondly did embrace, like dew upon the honey drops, the tears ran down her face. Say there's not a day while you're away, I'll visit still this place, until you do return again to your bonny Irish maid.
I'm Sinead Duffy from Cavan. I'm going to sing The Bantry Girls. Oh, who will
plough the fields now? And who will sell the corn? And who will wash the sheep now and keep them neatly shorn? For the stack that's in the haggard, untrashed it will remain, since Johnny went a-trashing the cruel king of Spain. And the girls from the Bon Oak in sorrow may retire, and the piper and his bellows may go home and blow the fire. For Johnny, lovely Johnny, he is sailing o'er the main, along with other patriots to fight the King of Spain. And the boys will surely miss him when Moneymore comes round, and they'll grieve that their brave captain is nowhere to be found. And the peelers must stand idle against their will and grain, for that gallant boy who gave them work now peels the King of Spain. At wicks and hurling matches your likes we'll never see, till you come back to us again, a story in Oak Macree. And won't you trance the buckings who show us great disdain, because our eyes are not as bright as those you'll meet in Spain. If cruel fate should not permit our Johnny to return, his heavy loss we Bantry girls will never cease to mourn. We'll resign ourselves to our sad loss, and we'll die in grief and pain, for that gallant boy who gave them work now peels the King of Spain.
Hello, my name is Charlie O'Reilly from Donohoe, and I'm going to sing a song called Matt Highland, which I got off the great Tommy McDermott from Rosslea. There was a lord lived in this town who had a lovely, handsome daughter. She was courted by a fair young man who was a servant to her father. But when her father came to know, he'd sworn he'd sent him from the island. The maid, she knew that her heart would break had she to part from young Matt Highland. So straight away to his room she goes and orders him for to awaken, saying, "Rise, my love, and go away. This very night you will be taken. I spite of me, he would transport you. So rise, my love, and go away. You know right well I do adore you. The boat sat down upon the bed just for the space of 1/2 hour, and not a word did either say, but down their cheeks the tears did shower. She lay her head upon his breast, and round her neck her arms entwined them. No lord nor duke nor earl I'll wed. I'll wait for you, my young Matt Highland. The Lord he saw his daughter dear one night alone as she lay crying. I'll give you leave to bring him back, since there's no one you love before him. The Lord he saw his daughter dear one night alone as she lay crying. I'll give you leave to bring him back, since there's no one you love before him. She wrote a letter then in haste, for him her heart was still repining. They brought him back to the church they went, and made a lord of young Matt Highland.
Hello, my name is Calum. I've just started learning traditional singing, and today I'm going to be singing Isle of Hope. And on the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that Isle of Hope and Tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was only 15 years. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, Isle of Freedom, Isle of Fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of Hunger, Isle of Pain, Isle you'll never see again, but the Isle of Home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. And courage is the passport when your whole world disappears. But there's no future in the past when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And when I came here in the springtime and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. But the isle of home is always on your mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Cathal Lynch. I'm from Omagh, County Tyrone, Ireland, and I'm going to teach a song here today. It's a song called You Rambling Boys of Pleasure. It's a song that I suppose it's a song associated with the province of Ulster, but there is other versions of it throughout Ireland as well. The version that I'm singing here today came from a man called Robert Cinnamon from Glenavy in County Antrim, and there's other versions of it as well. There's versions from a guy called Joe Holmes from Ballymoney in County Antrim sang, and there's other versions in the west of Ireland as well. Actually, there was a man called Tag Hastings from Westport in County Mayo had another version of it, you know. The song, for literary purposes, is some way associated with W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats, from Sligo poet, who used some of the lines of this song for his famous song called Down by the Sally Gardens. So you will notice in this song, when you listen to the words of it, the second verse, down by yon flowery garden where me and my true love did meet, is somewhat attributed. Yeats apparently, dare I say, pitched the words from this song and put them into his poem Down by the Sally Gardens. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sing the song fully through. It's 4 verses, so you get the gist of the song and the air and the tune of the song. Okay, so I'll just basically sing the song for you. So I hope you like it. You Rambling Boys of Pleasure. You rambling boys of pleasure, give ear unto these words I write. For I own I am a rover, and in rambling I take great delight. I have set my heart on a handsome girl, and oftentimes she does me slight, but my mind is never easy, only when my darling is in my sight. Down by yon flowery garden where me and my true love did meet, I took her in my arms arms, and to her I give kisses sweet. She bade me take life easy, just as the leaves fall from yon tree. But I been young and foolish, with my own true love could not agree. The second time I saw my love, I vowed her heart was surely mine. But as the weather changes, my darling girl, she changed her mind. Gold is the root of evil, although it wears a glistening hue, causes many's a lad and lass to part, though their hearts like mine be e'er so true. I wish I were in America and my own true love along with me. Money in our pockets to keep us in good company, liquor to be plenty, a flowing bowl on every side. Hard fortune ne'er would unto me, for I am young and the world is wide. Okay, so that's the song in its entirety, as they say. So it's a beautiful, beautiful song, quite a demanding song, very sort of high range, beautiful tune, demanding tune. There's a lot going on with this song here. It's one of the big songs, you know. It's one of the, as I say, when I say big songs, highly regarded within the Irish tradition. Okay, so Your Only Boys of Pleasure. So we'll just take the first verse and we'll look at it first. Okay, so we'll just sing the first couple of lines here to get the thing going. Excuse me. You rambling boys of pleasure, give ear unto these words I write. For I own I am a rover, and in rambling I take great delight. Okay, so the secret of this song, right, just a few tips here as I'm teaching the song. The secret is not to start off too high with this song, okay? And this is another point. Okay, so the points in singing here, the very important points, and this goes for any traditional song that you're going to learn, be it for dare I call them a simple song or a big song like You Rambling Boys of Pleasure. The few things to look at, okay, are breathing. You're phrasing the lines. Don't be taking a break in the line because it spoils the continuity or the flow of the story of the song. The third thing is ornamentation. Ornament, when appropriate, it's very hard to tell somebody exactly where to ornament. I only have my advice on where to ornament. Another teacher may have a different piece of advice on that, okay? The other thing I would look at is you're not to start too high or too low, okay? Difficult. I would always find that if this song here, if you start too high, the whole thing will just fall apart, okay? So you need to start off low. Obviously, each singer has their own range. Some singers can sing higher than others. That's just the way it is. But this song here, I don't know if you noticed when I sang the whole song, I started fairly low, and as the song went on, it started to get slightly higher. Now, I don't know if that's a nervous thing or it's because of the complexity and difficulty in some parts of the song, it tends to go up that slightly a notch higher. Okay, so be aware, don't start off high, because if you do, the song will fall to pieces, unless you have a very high range, okay? So, just to start off the song again. You rambling boys of pleasure, give ear unto these words I write, for I own I am a rover, and in rambling I take great delight. I have set my heart on a handsome girl, and oftentimes she does me slight, but my mind is never easy, only when my darling is in my side. Okay, so it's quite a flowing song. Breathing is so important in this song. Really, really important. There's no room for mistake in your breathing here. If you do, it's gone. The song's over for you, right? So you need to really get the breathing right here, okay? So it's not for the faint-hearted, as my mother used to say, this song, okay? So we'll just look at the ornamentation bits here for a moment. We'll take the first verse, okay? It's a 4-verse song, 4 verses, short song, but it is quite demanding on the voice, okay? So if we look at the first line, you rambling boys of pleasure, okay, the word pleasure, okay? Give ear unto these words I write. Okay, so, for I own I am a rover, okay, the word rover, and in rambling I take, the word take, great delight, the word delight. There's a lot of ornamentation going on here in my opinion, okay? I placed my heart on a handsome girl, the word handsome, and oftentimes she, the word she does me slight, okay? But my mind is never easy, the word easy, only when my darling, the word darling, is in my side. Okay, the other thing about this song as well, when you finish each verse, you hold the note. Okay, so if you looked at the last line, it's 4 verses as I said there, so each at the end of the line, at the end of each verse, hold the note. So, only when my darling is in my side. Okay, back to the breathing issue again, as I keep talking about. If you've got the breathing right, it'll work. Okay, it'll naturally work. Okay, that's the way it is. So we'll look at the second verse now. The second verse down by the Flowery garden, as I say there, is the line which W.B. Yeats was inspired to write his song down by the Sally Gardens. Okay, so he was supposedly, for you literary scholars out there, heard a woman milking her cow in Ballysadare in County Sligo, and she was singing this song, You Rambling Boys of Pleasure, and he was that taken by it that he went and used some of the lines to write Down by the Sally Gardens. There you go now. So there's a bit of literary history for you. So the second verse is down, we'll just take it here and we'll sort of look at it. Down by yon flowery garden, okay, garden, okay, and ornament it, where me and my true love did meet. Toward true, okay, try and ornament it. I took her in the word her, ornament the word her, my arms, the word arms, and to her I gave kisses sweet. Okay, to her, more or less ornament everything there, okay. She bade me take life easy. The word easy, okay. Just as the leaves, the word leaves, fall from yon tree. But I, the word but I been young and foolish, with my own true love could not agree. Okay, so they hold the line, agree, they hold the line at the end of each, hold the note at the end of each verse, okay? So, we'll just have a go with the first and second verse going into it, okay, so just to get the gist of it, okay. It's a beautiful song. It's one of my favourite songs myself. It's a song that I've learnt a long time ago and have sang it over the years. One thing I will say on that point, singing a song over the years, is the more you sing a song, the better it gets, okay. The difficult songs, the big songs like that, call them what you like. For the record, every song is good, okay? There's no such thing as a bad song, okay? Every song is good. There's just some are a bit more thought after, okay? They're just a bit more complex and heavy duty, and they're, so this is one of the big songs. But with the big songs, what I would advise is to learn them young, because you've got years to learn them and sing them and perfect them. I listened to myself singing that song maybe 20 years ago, and the way I sing it now is very, very different, So because I've been singing it over the years, you perfect it. It's the same with a musician playing the accordion or the fiddle or the pipes. You learn to do things with the song and make it, as they say, your own. You put your own stamp on it, okay? So we'll take the first and second verse again here, okay? You rambling boys of pleasure, give ear unto these words I write. For I own I am a rover, and in rambling I take great delight. I have set my heart on a handsome girl, and oftentimes she does me slight, but my mind is never easy, only when my darling is in my sight. Down by yon flowery garden, where me and my true love did meet, I took her in my arms, and to her I gave kisses sweet. She bade me take life easy, just as the leaves fall from yon tree. but I been young and foolish, with my own true love could not agree. Okay, so there's the first two verses. There's another two. So I think that gives you a general gist of the song, You Rambling Boys of Pleasure. As I said there at the beginning of my teaching here, I'm from Omagh in County Tyrone, which is actually geographically in mid-Ulster. Most of the songs that I sing are mostly Ulster songs because I like them. I feel I can sing them at my ease and comfortable singing them as well. There's a lot of sources and resources out there to avail of, to get on the internet, online. There is the NYAH Irish Traditional Music Archive website, which you can find online, and there is wonderful resources of songs and singers. Of course, that is attached to the Inishowen Traditional Singing Song Project. You'll find it all online. The Inishowen Song Project is an absolutely wonderful treasure house of songs and singers and information about that. Inishowen is in the northwest of Ireland, up at the Inishowen Peninsula in County Donegal. Singing is something that I've enjoyed all my life, and I would advise anybody to get into traditional singing. It's a wonderful scene, and you meet so many friends, that's all I have to say. So happy learning songs, and good luck. Thank you.